feel like it's actually been like so long since I've sat down and filmed a video, but life just gets in the way sometimes. It's not even life really, it's literally uni. Like since September, that is all that I've been doing. I've been non-stop, but I'm so close to be finishing. Next week I will be done, which is such a massive relief and quite overwhelming. Yeah, it's crazy that this journey in my life is nearly over, but it's exciting at the same time. But yeah, I wanted to film this video because it's Mental Health Awareness Month, which I think it's in America, but I mean, that doesn't matter. But yeah, 7 months ago I filmed a video basically just opening up about my mental health issues, my struggles and stuff like that, and honestly the response to that video was amazing. I never expected to get that response. I just never really expected it. That wasn't the reason why I was putting out the video. I was putting out the video to share my story and potentially help someone or people, whatever, and honestly it was just amazing. And ever since then I just want to open up more about it, and I just want to keep the conversation going about mental health because it's so important to keep that conversation going. And that's why I wanted to sit down and do this video, just kind of a bit of an update I guess of what's happened since I uploaded that video 7 months ago. Now I can positively say that I am in such a happy place at the moment. I really am, which is amazing. I mean, obviously I've had my ups and I've had my downs, which is totally normal. Everyone has their ups and downs. There was a period before Christmas where I was in such a dark place within myself. It was really awful. Uni was getting a lot. I had a lot of work going on with uni, and on top of that I lost my rabbit storm, which was just awful. So yeah, those few months before Christmas were bloody awful. But which were awful, and there was a period where I didn't think I would make it to Christmas, and I know that might shock a lot of people, and it's quite brutal and honest, but I feel like we need to be brutal and honest about mental health. I feel like we can't tiptoe around the subject. It's too important not to be totally honest, and I know from experience being open and honest leads to then you being able to heal within yourself, and I've done a lot of healing over the past few months. Sorry. It's just really hard to think back and talk back about that time before Christmas. But honestly I had amazing people helping me through that were there for me, and they know who they are. They were just amazing. Our friends and family were just honestly completely amazing, and I couldn't have done it without them. So sorry, I'm like shaking. So honestly, surrounding yourself with people who only care about your well-being and love you and want to help you is so important. Like honestly, no one else matters apart from the people who love you and want you to feel good and be good within yourself. I think that's really, really important. But yeah, I got over that time. I managed to. But yeah, I can honestly happily say right now I am really, really starting to love myself again. I really am. Because for a long time I didn't love myself. I had no self-worth. Oh my god, my axe is shaking. Yeah, for a long time I felt like a burden to my friends and family, which is such an awful feeling. Like, no one should ever feel like they're a burden, because it's an awful feeling. But yeah, I can happily say that I am starting to love myself again, because I strongly believe that you can't love somebody else unless you love yourself, and for a long time I did not love myself, and I'm starting to, which is amazing. You just feel more positive within yourself. And I was watching one of my friend's recent videos, Ben, I'll link it below, honestly go and check him out, he's amazing, his videos are great and I love them. But he was talking about being happy, and he was saying that doing something you love and enjoy makes you happy, and I strongly agree with that. Since January I've been working on my final project, and I had my ups and downs with it. One day I'll love it, one day I'll hate it, but it's over the past few weeks before the deadline of my show, because I had to make a 45-minute radio show for my final project, and yeah, for the past 2-3 weeks before the show, me and one of my friends were literally in uni every single day, editing interviews, working on scripts, like just everything. It was crazy. It was so much work. Like, I feel like I've never worked so hard in my life, but I enjoyed every single minute of it. I really did. It was a lot of work, it was a lot of hours, but I loved the topic of my show. I loved all the contributors I had. I just loved everything about the show, and honestly it was a great feeling when it was all over. It was so overwhelming because I'd been working on this show like it was my baby for so long, and it was over and it was amazing, and I had some tears and it was just great. But I strongly believe that whatever you do, if you are enjoying doing that, it will have such a positive effect on you. It really did, because over the past few months, well, past few weeks of doing the show, it's just been amazing. I enjoyed every single minute of it. I'm glad it's over, though, that is for sure. But yeah, I feel like this video's just a mess. I don't even know. Oh god. But I strongly believe that life, or God, or whoever you want to believe in, they throw these obstacles, these turbulations at you to show your strength. Because if you can crawl your way out of your darkest times and still be fighting and still be here, that is honestly all you can do. That shows your strength as a person. That shows that you can overcome anything, no matter what. If you can genuinely drag yourself out of being, like they say, when you hit bottom, the only way is up. And I honestly do believe that so much, because you've got to, we all deserve to be on this planet. Without getting too deep or philosophical, I do believe we were put on this planet for a reason, and no one is superior to anyone else. We all deserve to be here, to be living, to be enjoying our life. And it's so and it's so hard to say that that isn't always the case. It's just so heartbreaking. when someone thinks that their only way to get out of what they're dealing with is to kill themselves. It's just heartbreaking. And I know I've been in that position, I've had those thoughts, and I know a lot of people have, and it's okay to have those thoughts. But just know that you are loved and that you are important, that you deserve to be here. Everyone deserves to be here. That just got deep. Life is already cruel as it is, with everything that's going on, without going into everything, but the wars, the politics, the hate, the drama, everything, like, the world is already cruel enough as it is without us as human beings being cruel towards each other. We honestly need to be more kind. It honestly isn't that hard, and I preach that a lot. Like, just being kind is so important, because you have no idea what someone is going through, because we're all going through shit. We are. Every single person is going through shit, and not saying their shit is more important than yours, because it really isn't, but just know that someone is going through something. So just a slight bit of being kind could change that so much, and I strongly believe that. And I really just think we all just need to be more kind to each other, because it's just not worth it, honestly. So important. Like, this is just gonna be raw. It's just gonna be raw. I'm barely gonna edit it. Probably just cut out the bits of me coughing and shaking, because honestly it's so important to keep the conversation about mental health going. But it's too important not to. There's too many lives at risk. And I've said this before, obviously I'm a nobody to this platform. I know there's a lot bigger people who talk about this, but I'm doing this for my friends and family and for whoever wants to listen, because I know a lot of my friends and a lot of my family have suffered with mental health issues. It's a big thing in my family, and honestly just me sharing my story, like, I don't even care if I look like an idiot or people take the piss out of it. I don't really care, because I just want to change. I don't know what I want to change. I just want to I just want to help people. I really do. I've really been thinking of ways to help people. I really want to start sharing my message on a wider platform, to a wider audience, sorry, because I just feel like it's so important not to, and a lot of people don't speak out because they're afraid of the stigma, which I'm sorry, that's just ridiculous. If there still is a stigma about mental health in this day and age, that's absolutely ridiculous. There shouldn't be. No one should ever feel ashamed to want to speak out, or whatever they think they will receive, because I only know from my experience I've had positivity from making my video and open up about it, but I can understand that might not be the same for everyone, which is so sad. Which is so sad to think, if someone is crying out for help, that they don't get noticed or they don't get it. That is quite terrifying and sad at the same time. I just want to help, honestly. I know it sounds ridiculous, but I don't know, I just want to help. I guess that's all for this video. I will keep on making more. I definitely do want to, it's so important. But yeah, thank you for watching. Please remember to always be kind.